Disclaimer. The film we are going to be talking about today, that we are going to be discussing today, rather, contains potentially triggering material involving suicide, suicidal ideation, and child abuse and other issues. So, that might be triggering for some people. Viewer discretion is advised. And if you or someone you love is suffering, know that you are not alone. Help is out there. Help is out there. If you're in the U.S., call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline if you need help at 800-273-8255. They're open 24 hours a day. That being said, let's begin. Hello, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. We're going to raise on Popcorn with Grant. And today we're talking about a movie that has been flying under some radars and probably shouldn't be. And that movie is On the Count of Three. On the Count of Three is the feature directorial debut of Jerrod Carmichael. It also stars Jerrod Carmichael as Val. He is a gentleman who suffers from depression due to an abusive home life involving his abusive father. His best friend since childhood is a fellow by the name of Kevin, played by Christopher Abbott, who might honestly have it a little bit worse, having been molested as a child by his therapist, played by Henry Winkler. So, 3 days prior to the events of the film, Kevin attempts to take his own life and is interned in a hospital. Val promptly breaks him out, and he says, "You know what? I'm done too. So, I have a decision. We're going to shoot each other. On the count of three, we're going to fire and take each other out of the equation." Kevin is game, but he asks him for one more day just to get some things in order before they end it all. He agrees, and among the events of the day is making peace with Val's father, or not, confronting and possibly taking out, like, with the gun in question, the counselor who molested Kevin. And along the way, Val at least begins to develop a new lease on life, which throws Kevin possibly even more into a tailspin. How will this all end? And will there be a happy ending for anybody? Let the day of events begin. So that was a lot. That was a very heavy plot description. It might surprise you when I say this, but On the Count of Three is a comedy. Now, it is a very, very, very dark comedy with dramatic elements. And with all that being said, that is a lot to take in. One thing I have to praise Jerrod Carmichael for, and the screenwriters of this film. First off, I want to admit, this movie is probably one of the best screenplays I've seen in a 2022 movie so far. And what I really appreciate about it is that it finds a way to find laughs out of these heavy subject matters while never once letting you forget the gravity of the situation, the seriousness of the situation. The chemistry between Jerrod Carmichael and Christopher Abbott is phenomenal. Jerrod Carmichael is a fine comic actor who's now has genuine dramatic chops. Christopher Abbott is one of my favorite actors currently working. I'm really a big fan of his. And the two of them are just really terrific. And also for a first feature, Jerrod Carmichael directs the film very, very well. There's nothing necessarily big and dynamic about it. It feels like a debut feature, but he does a good job of basically kind of taking himself at a distance and letting kind of the screenplay shine, and letting his on-screen character kind of and Christopher Abbott's character kind of take the lead of the story. Henry Winkler is chilling in his few scenes as Kevin's former abuser, although, one thing, and with all the seriousness in the world, just a little bit of story time. I met Henry Winkler once. I actually met him. He shook my hand. he was a very, very nice man, and that was the one thing that took me out of it, and maybe it's because it's too close to it, is I couldn't quite buy that he was, like, I could buy his character was, I couldn't buy Henry Winkler as that character all the time, because I met him. But I don't think that's going to be as much of a problem for other people who have not met Henry Winkler, so, but Jerrod Carmichael's very good, Christopher Abbott's very good. And it's really, the other actors in the movie are really smaller parts. It's really these two guys, their friendship, and a friendship that's built on very, very, very dark personality. I mean, they're going through a lot of, clearly, suicidal ideation, depression, but they find a way to, the characters themselves find a way to irreverently kind of poke holes in their own neuroses, while the movie genuinely wants you to want them to have a better outcome. I don't know if I phrased that correctly. They invest your interest in having them make it through this day together. This is and it also, I think the other thing that Alonso Duralde noted this, and I really agree with him, that one of the best tricks they could do with this material to make it work as a film is by having this ticking clock element. It basically inherently makes the events that will follow unpredictable, because you don't really know what is going to happen to them, if they're going to change their mind or if they're going to go through with it. And that's kind of an interesting... This movie's hard to describe in a way that makes people would want to see it, but I'm telling you, I really loved this movie, and I really appreciated what it was trying to do. And it was dark and heavy, but it didn't put me in a bad mood when it was over. As dark and as bleak as the subject matter is, I really, really appreciated what the movie was doing, and I did laugh at some of the lines. I thought they were genuinely pretty funny. And I loved this. I feel like you can laugh with the subject matter without laughing at the serious subject matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about balance. In comedy, like in cinema as it is, nothing is off limits. It's all in the execution. And this movie executes it very, very well. And that's all last thing I'm gonna say about it, and I'm... Bang! 5 out of 5 stars, you guys. I love this movie. I really admired it a lot, and I really look forward to seeing what Jerrod Carmichael does next as a director. I loved it. This is one of the best of the year. 5 stars. Alright. We will be back. Oh, wait. Sorry. Trailer Trash None. Watch it at home. Was there shawarma? No, there was not. Alright. We will be back in just a little while for a review of Senior Year, starring Rebel Wilson. We will be back Sunday rather, for Sneakerella. Tuesday we will have a review of Sarkaru Vatipata, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and more to come. That'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews this and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raising Popcorn with Grant. Some of you already have. And also my podcast, Raising Popcorn with Grant, the podcast. Some of you are on Spotify, some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I cannot stress this enough. We've talked about some heavy stuff today. I just want you all to know, I love you. You are loved. Everybody loves. Everyone is loved by someone. Don't lose hope. If you feel alone, if you feel scared, and if you are afraid, don't be. Know that there are people out there who love you and want to help you. Thank you all. And I want to know down below, what did you think of On the Count of 3? Did you like the film? Did you hate the film? Think my opinion's good? Do you think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And as always, I love you. Thanks for watching. You're loved. And truly, take care. See ya.